Now, sons of God, have you ever looked upon someone you have never conversed with, and without a word being exchanged with that person, you already have a feeling about them? No introduction, no conversation, but yet an impression was made. What is it that speaks before a person does? The answer to that is the presence that you carry. Now, sons of God, your presence can either open doors in your life on the platform of favor with man, or close them without you understanding why. Many people, especially the youths of this generation, spend their lives trying to fix their appearance, their personality, their confidence, but overlook and ignore the very thing that speaks on their behalf, and that is the presence that they carry. When we look at God, we understand something very deep about the power of a presence. Now, God is not only known by what he does, but he's also known by what surrounds him. He's known by the presence and atmosphere he carries. That is why if you look at a testimony at someone who has an encounter with God, they don't just say what the Lord did in their life, but they say how they felt when he came around them. Why? Because his presence carries tangible qualities. His presence carries fruits like peace, love, kindness, patience, forgiveness, long-suffering. All spirits God chose to host within his presence and his atmosphere. Now, sons of God, the revelation is this: we are made in the likeness and image of God, which means that we too carry a presence, and our presence also carries identifiable qualities. But here is the difference. God's presence is permanent. God's presence cannot be changed, it cannot be weakened, it cannot be infiltrated. But after the downfall of mankind, our presence could be shaped, changed, and even corrupted by the things we allow around us and the spirits we allow to work within us. And this is why discernment is so important. Because whether you know it or not, there's always a spirit that is building on your presence. You see, mankind is a lot more spiritual than we think. That thing you call intuition, that thing you call a gut feeling, is not your mind predicting the outcome. It's your spirit connecting to the presence of that person and either giving you a warning or approval. Remember, the brain works with the information that is given from the realm of your mind. Because physically, a person can express themselves to be good, but internally, they wish the downfall of the people around them. And it's that inner motive, it's that demonic spirit that is working in them that will give you an unsettling feeling around that person as a warning not to get close. So I decree and I declare upon your life that your discernment of the atmosphere of the people around you shall sharpen. You shall not work in deception in Jesus' mighty name. If I were to ask you about what kind of presence you think you carry, you would first go to the things that are seen, or your physical characteristics. My presence is happy, kind, loving, confident. What if that's not what people actually see? What if instead your presence is draining, confrontational, self-conscious? Now you're left confused. You have all these good physical characteristics, but yet people don't want to come close, and you're wondering why. Now this is because your presence is not what you look like, it's not what you show, but it's what lives within you. Sons of God, you can project physically a confident demeanor, but your presence can still carry confrontation. So let me make this very clear. Your presence is not your appearance. It's not how attractive you are. It's not how outgoing you seem. It's not how much you smile. Your presence is what lives within you. The spirits you choose to host within your vessel. And sons of God, this is where it becomes serious. Because the presence that you carry can either attract or repel the very people who are assigned to your life. You can think about it like this. Your presence is like a fragrance in the spirit that either smells good or bad. So this is the time to ask yourself, when I enter a room, is the presence I admit, is the fragrance that I have in the spirit drawing in my destiny helpers or repelling them away? You may not see it, but the people around you can sense it. But why? Why does the spirits that live within you have anything to do with the presence that you carry? And there's one very simple answer to that question. You are a host. So whatever lives within you is what will have expression. Your presence is the mirror of the state of your soul. I'll say it again. Your presence is the mirror of the state of your soul. There's a very big difference between the works of the flesh and the works of the spirit. Your presence is the result of the works of spirits. For example, you can have the works of the flesh that project kindness, but the state of your soul is in jealousy. So the presence you admit will be the presence of jealousy because of the state of the soul. Now the question is this: how do you program your presence? You program your presence through what you constantly allow around you. What you watch, what you listen to, what you speak, what you meditate on, it all matters. You cannot completely entertain anger, pride, and jealousy and expect to carry an atmosphere of peace. You cannot surround yourself with bad influence and expect to carry an atmosphere of holiness. Remember, in the Bible it says that bad company corrupts good manners. So if you want to carry the presence of peace, you must practice peace. If you want to carry the presence of love, you must learn how to love even when it's hard. If you want to carry the presence of patience, you must learn how to endure without breaking. These are not just behaviors. They are spiritual qualities that begin to shape the way people feel around you. You don't have to force it. You don't have to perform it because it becomes who you are. People start to feel safe around you. Doors open without you having to push. The right connections will find you, not because you chased them, but because your presence attracted them. So be mindful, be intentional. Guard what enters your life, because what enters your life is not just affecting your thoughts, but it's shaping your presence. And your presence, it speaks for you more than you can speak for yourself. The sons of God, I decree and I declare upon your life that going forward, your presence shall be one that will attract your destiny helpers. Your presence shall be sanctified. The presence that you carry will carry the characteristics of the presence of God in Jesus' mighty name. Sons of God, can we rise to our feet right now? I want us to begin to pray. It's time for you to intercede for your presence. Your presence is the magnet to your destiny helpers, the magnet to your hanging blessings. You have authority to intercede on what has an impact on your life. So I want you to begin to pray right now. Pray in that authority. Cleanse your presence. Cleanse your atmosphere. Let holiness reign in your atmosphere. Let holiness reign in your presence. Let the glory of God be showcased. Let the fire of God reign when you enter a room. Let your destiny helpers be attracted to your fragrance. Begin to pray right now. Begin to program your atmosphere. Begin to cast out every demonic spirit that is contaminating contaminating your spiritual fragrance. Repesi katamanda. Herepina mandorosa kaire. Repesi kanamanda. Hesi repeta. Hekenamanga tosaire. Repakoto tonasa, herrepina mande, repato cosa, herriatina mande, repakona mande, hesite retikaira, anda repato sanaire. Hiperrehenia masso takaira, haterrepenna, barrecossa ire, carretena mande, derrepina masso tocoire, heterrepena manda, hassicaria masso taire. Ma reposo taira, herrepagna massiate, rekete taira, assiterrepea, e kerietessa, maria tossiande, e tiana massa taira, e che si taira, e si tarrepa, e parrahesiade, e natorossa taire, assiketa, ma reposo taire, e si anda, e repiande caire, i massi taira, assikerapa, Massio torrepe andere tessa, marratossa, zarrapania cotossa, agnotossa riepena, e rehissi anda sacossa ire. Marrepossa taine manda, e si terrepessa, e cazzariata. Herrahania massa ire, e si terrepassa cota, e si ande repessi anda, assata cota, e ratessi ande, e ando tocota, o sotto rependa, a carrata saire. Rahassiara, e masso taire, rapanda tocossa, e terretena mande, repatosa, e terriete, macondarata, e si ande repesa ire, enda toco, e si terretena, a torrapa, enda se a terrete, enia tocossa taia, arrependa da massa taire, e repeta, e keria tata, eria nasi caire, rapasondata, eia te cariatesa. Repesi koto, hositareke, marrapasa taire, esi kerate, mando tokosa, andarete taire, rependa massa taira. In Jesus' mighty name, your presence is cleared. Holiness shall reign in your atmosphere. Your presence shall be a magnet to your blessings, a magnet to your destiny helpers, a magnet to your next upliftment. In Jesus' mighty name, you are walking in favor, walking in glory, walking in holiness. In Jesus' mighty name. Sons of God, stay burning for Christ. Stay holy. Stay centered on Christ. Stay in the secret place. In Jesus' mighty name. See you in the realms.